Good afternoon. Welcome. Ooh, gonna have to see. I think I hit it and switched it so it's not backwards, but we will see. I can't tell. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, let's get us going here. And excuse the noise in the background, but that is my washer going. Hey Tina, did I flip it or am I backwards? Thanks for sprinkling. I think I flipped it, but I'm not sure. Hi, Karen. I need to fix that. I look like I'm way down too low or something. Let me go fix that. But first, before I do, can you all read my hat correctly? Okay, let me fix the camera a second. It looks a little off. Hopefully I don't make y'all dizzy. Sometimes just that little bit makes it better. I think it looks better now, I hope. Okay, so I did do one of these salt shaker tassels, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, I did see another designer doing it a little bit differently than some people have, because some people have used wire, and I used 20 gauge wire. And where did I put my, oh no, did I lose my other piece? No, right in front of me. Duh. But I cut it, and it's about between 15 and 16 inches long. And some people use jump rings in that. I did not. I played with fire. You can get like a little dowel rod to do it, which is probably much safer than what I did, because I used this little dude and kept the cap on. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Linda. And all I did was take the ends of the wire, put it over here, and then you can take a needle nose and twist it, and then you have your jump ring right there. Easy peasy. Now, I do suggest, because this is the only wire that I had here, a lot of people suggest using the 20 gauge stainless steel, because it doesn't like tarnish or, you know, get all nappy after a while. Hi, Cheryl. And then we will show you what we're going to do. But I'm going to show you my material I used first, as I'm knocking stuff over that I have at my feet. So I had this material, and I thought, since I got a little teapot and teacup, I thought this would be cute. So I have this material that I did strips on, and then I did do some off-white material, and then I had this, and I thought, I can't pass it up, because it is also the tea kettles and the teacups, or coffee, whichever you prefer. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for tossing snowballs. And this is the wire that I had, so this is what I used, but I will be getting some of the stainless steel. So, like I said, I took the two ends, put it on here, twisted it, so I had my jump ring. Then I put my beads on, and now you want to make sure when you buy your beads that they will come on both of these pieces real easy. So you kind of need ones that have kind of like the bigger holes in the middle. And then just slide it down. So now, I laid out all my material, as you can see here, and you'll hear my little girl barking in the background, so I apologize for that. And then you want to take it about halfway, and then I'm just going to tie it. It's been a busy day. I did some grocery shopping. I had to take Miss Teeter up to the vet. because she went to the dog show and she caught kennel cough. So she's been up there, and I'm trying to keep her away from the others. So I tied it real tight, so then you'll have it like this. And then take my little scissors, and I'm going to clip some of this off because we don't want it. And then what I'm going to do, since we already have our beads and that on here, we're going to pull that right there for the minute. I have to remember how I did this. This first, let's do this first. Instead of, most people go up this way and find the holes, since we did it this way and we already have our jump ring and our beads on here, we are going to go through the top. I got these from Cracker Barrel, and I'll give y'all a little tip. Go up there now, because hi Rebecca, they have a lot of them up there for 99 cents. So run. So I'm going to put them down here, and then as you put them in here, you do want them to come through the bottom. That one's getting caught, so I have to try to back it out a little. Let's try this again. But they have all different ones up at Cracker Barrel right now. They have some that aren't 99 cents and they're on sale, but, I mean, they're not on sale. Okay, so then you're going to get it in here, and you're going to pull this down like this, and pull that one down like that, so it's looking like that. And that one could go in a little further. And then what I do is take this, hold it, and kind of bend it up so it kind of looks like that. I'm going to hold this side with my finger and kind of pull it up so it looks like that. Then you're going to take your end right here and get that in there. And yes, this is going to flip over, and I kind of take it and separate it a little bit, because you're going to take your wire now. I don't know what they're barking at. I'm kind of separating a little. You don't have to, but I am. And then you're going to take your wire and you're going to pull this tight, but you don't want to pull it too tight that you crack or chip the other side. And then you're going to, I like to cross it first. And then you're going to twist it. And you're going to twist it and keep twisting it, because it will pull your material in here, and it should pull your wire up more. And you twist it so it's all kind of knotted really good. And then after you get it to where it's tight, but not where you're going to get too tight, and you don't want to go like when you're doing it, because that's usually when you give yourself more oomph and you're bound to crack it. So you'll see there's a little hole in there. So what we're going to do is take our little cutters, and we're going to cut this, because we're not going to get all of that in there. Then you're going to take your little needle nose, and I'm going to separate my material so I can see the hole better and not pull any of the material in there, because I don't want to do that. So I hope everybody's been having a wonderful Friday. And you take this, and then you're going to bend this, because you want to put it down into the hole. And then that's all down in there. Hi, Emily. How are you? So this was the easy way of doing it. You just cut your material however long you want, how much you want. And the material, I cut it about, it was about 12 to 13 inches long. That's what I cut. And again, just go over it. The wire was like between 15 and 16 inches, depending on how much you really want to use. And instead of using the O-ring, get a dowel rod, which is probably better than using what I did. And then I just pulled, I took this, and just for sake of showing you, I'll just take a little piece. I am going to get, like I said, the stainless steel, because I think that's a better idea. But you can use whatever wire you have there, but it was like 20 gauge. And then I just put it around the end here. And then I started twisting. And then there's your perfect little O-ring at the bottom. And then I squeezed this together to make sure that it was nice and close. And that's when I took my beads. And like I said, be sure when you do get the beads that you're getting the ones with the bigger holes on it, because you wanted to go over both pieces of wire. And then just slipped it on the wire like that. And this is probably the best I did on the O-ring, better than that one. And then I went from the top down. So then, because I already had the beads of that on, went through the top down on here. And then your wires down here. I already had my material. You take how many? This is probably about 15 piece strips of material that I have here. And you want to try to make sure that it's all going. So, like if it's not double-sided, it's one-sided. You can see the material, you know, the good side. Like this one's flipped right here. But you want to see the good side. So you want to lay it so that on both sides you can see the good side of the material. But that's about 15 pieces of material that I have here. And that was about 15 inches long, I think I did. And then you saw how I did it. I tied the material, stuck that in there. The two ends of the wires were over the sides. And then we twisted that, stuck it back in there. Ta-da! And then, just for sake of showing you, then you can take your little ribbon. Put it through the hole. Now this is too long, and then just tie it, and then you can have it there and tie it. Now I'm not going to use this ribbon. I want a different color. And there it is. So these are the two, but I'm going to show you. Y'all didn't see Kenny on, did you? He bought me some yesterday, and I went back today. This is what he got me. So I'm telling you, get up the Cracker Barrel. Have these little, aren't they cute? I have those. You don't even want to know. I went back up there and I spent, he got me these two, those two, and these right here. I went back and I spent a little over 20 bucks. Now, these two are the same, but he got these. Here's little gnomes. 99 cents, y'all. That ain't it. Just hold on. Like I said, y'all didn't see Ken. He's not on, right? Don't know if I can get him from this way, but I'm going to try. You're all going to go, oh no. I'm telling you, I got a bag. Let's hope I pull out a couple that are different. I know they were telling me they had a refrigerator one and a butter one, but they weren't up there. Got these little dudes. I thought those were cute. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, I love these. These are the birds. Aren't those cute? I'm telling you, they have all kinds up there. And you can't beat the 99 cents. That's the same as the other ones. I'm trying to find different ones so you can get an idea. Oh, y'all like these. I love these. I thought these were adorable. Aren't those cute? Salt and pepper. Trying to see if that's the same as those. A couple of them I got the same because I liked. Alright, Tina's gonna like these and any other, except they, I gotta find the other mate. That's not it. That's what, this one is what I just did. Oh, well, I'm keeping these here before I show you because there's a salt and a pepper, and they put two of them together, little mushrooms. I don't know if anybody's collected them in my family. That's different. Oh, where is the one I really want? Because I think Tina's going to love it. Okay, that's different. That's different. That's different. But I can't find the one I'm looking for. That's different. Please, 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 please. That's different. Oh my heavens. That's the birds. Of course, it would have to be the last one, right? Alright. Yep. This is it. Are you ready, Tina? Look it. They got cat. Salt and pepper ones. Aren't those adorable? Yes, I'm telling you, you need to go. They have them in each little station, and in each little station that they have them in, they're all in, like, at our Cracker Barrel anyway, they're all in like a little basket. And sometimes you might have to dig a little. Look, they got milk jug. Now, they told me on this one they had different sayings, but the only saying I could find in the hearts was you and me. That's the only one I could find there. Can you tell I was excited? I was like, score! So I'm going to show you all the ones they have. I thought these were really cute. They're two different. Salt and pepper. Aren't those adorable? There was one, and I didn't see it in the store. It was a frying pan with a not with a fried egg, but there was like, one was the fried egg and one was the frying pan. Yes, Linda, it was like Pandora's box. Tina, I knew you would love the cat. Now, they didn't have the other flower that went with it. It was like a pink one, but they had this one. So I got just two of those. I don't go to Crackle Barrel anymore. I haven't been in almost 3 years, and I refuse to go. Girl, you don't have to go in there to eat. Go in there to shop. Who said anything about eating? Hi, Becky. I'm showing everybody all the Cracker Barrel salt and pepper shakers that are 99 cents. And I did get salt and pepper of the frogs. because we did do the salt pepper tassel. Tina says she don't go to Crackle Barrel anymore, and she refuses to go because I will admit, some of the Cracker Barrels are not that good anymore as far as the food goes, but I don't care. They had a good score. I'm going in there to shop. This I thought was cute. The crowns. Isn't that adorable? So that's why I'm telling y'all, you need to, don't walk, run. Go to Cracker Barrel. Go get yourself some salt and pepper shakers. 99 cents. Who can pass that up? I think these were different too. Now, these are mushrooms also, but you'll see there. One was supposed to go with this one, and one was supposed to go with this one. And then, of course, you saw, I know Becky didn't see it, but I'll re-show you. So that's all of them. As I said, hope Ken wasn't watching. And another little tip. If you have the Cracker Barrel app, when you purchase so much, you start accumulating points, so you get discounts. These are already what's out here. So just for, I guess I should have kept this out for wrapping purposes. You saw the mushrooms. So we'll wrap these up and put them back in the bag. So I have enough salt shakers for a little while now, y'all. You saw the cute little boots. And yes, salt and pepper. If they don't have salt and pepper and they just have the one, okay, get it. That's what I did on a couple of them. I just went ahead and got it. Because you can still use it and still do the same thing. So you saw the little boots. Those were all cute. Now, this was supposed to come with, if you looked, it was supposed to have a butterfly, but there was no butterfly. So, but I'm also a determined person. If I really want something, I'll go looking for it until I find it. So don't be surprised if you see a butterfly in my near future. Aren't those boots cute? Those are adorable. Then we have these, Becky, the gnomes. And I know with the gnomes, there's supposed to be a different gnome because these are both salt, but the pepper one was a little different. But they don't have it, and you want to do two, get two of the same. It's all right. And then we had these, Becky, the little gnome sailor and the little, what do you call it? Seal. I couldn't think of what you called it. I thought those are really cute. And then Tina likes these, the salt and pepper cats, and you should like those too, Becky. Those are adorable. All 99 cents a piece. Like I said, I told them, I said I spent maybe a little over 20 bucks, literally. And then you have your little lobsters. And my other faves, I love the birds. Now, I think there was supposed to be a different colored bird with it, but they didn't have it, so I got both the same. You like the gnomes? There's several of them that I like. And then this is the ones that I pre-did this one, and then I showed them how to do it. The little teapot or coffee pot. I call it a teapot. And the teacup. And just to recap, so you know, Becky, I took my, where's the one that I used just to show y'all? I don't know where I stuck it. Probably got lost in the mist. But I took some wire. We'll do it again. Just to show you. Just for purpose tape. A little purpose here. And then I'll let y'all go. You get 20 gauge wire. I know some people are using like jump rings and that. Don't have to do that. I will be getting me some 20 gauge stainless steel wire though, because that lasts a little better. You don't have to worry about it tarnishing or anything. Get a dowel rod. I use this, not probably the smartest thing, but I kept the top off. Then I just, as it just fell and went into the garbage, so hopefully I don't cut myself. Then I kind of crossed it around here. Took our needle nose. Well, need to cross that a little more. Trying not to cut myself. And then twisted. The one I did a minute ago was pretty good. So let's see. Put that up there. So there's your O-ring. Then get yourself your beads. Make sure you have big holes on the end. Here it is. It fell over here. Because you need the bigger holes so that both wires will fit through. Push them all the way down. There's your little O-ring. And instead of going up into the salt and pepper shaker, we'll take the bird. Instead of going up into the salt and pepper shaker, I went down. And you have all your beads on there. I used 3 beads, but you can use however many you want. And this was about 15 to 16 inches long. Stick them down in here. And obviously it'll be longer. I just did short for a short version. You have your wire sticking out here. Flip it over. Bend your wires out onto the side. So it'll be like this on the bottom of your salt shaker. And then I took the little needle nose and kind of bent it up, but there was still like a little ridge. So it would sit like this. And bend the other one like that. Take your material, any much you want. You love the teacups? Me too. And I did these about 12 to 15 inches long, depending on how long I wanted them. Shredded them all up into little pieces like this. Make sure your material's all facing out so that you don't have like the back showing of it. Took a piece of jute rope, went into the middle of the material, tied a knot twice, clipped the ends if it was too long. Then you take the material and you stick it in here. Now remember, your wire is going to be sticking out like this. So after you get the material down in here, then you're going to take the wire and twist around the material. So your material is nice and secure. But don't twist too hard so that when this wire gets pulled, it gets real close up here and chips the top part of your salt or pepper shaker. So don't get really, strong about it. Just tighten it. You'll feel the material and that getting really tight in there. Then you might want, depending on how long your wire is, trim the wire edges. Take your needle nose plier, go over the material, stick it down in the hole like we did on here. You can't even see it now, even if I move it. You can't even see it because you can see some of the wire, but it's going down into the hole. And then there you have it. And then take your little piece of material, like ribbon. This I'm not going to use because I don't like it with that. Slip it through here, and then you have it where you can hang it. But y'all, go to Cracker Barrel. Don't walk. Don't think about it. Run. Because at these prices, and the more it gets out there, crafters are going to be going and snatching them up. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate each and every one of you hopping on today. I know it was a short and sweet one. The gauge is 20 gauge, 20 gauge wire. And I'm getting the stainless steel, Becky, because then you don't have to worry about it tarnishing or anything. Where this one, I'm going to keep these. These are my first ones that I tried. So I will keep these and then perfect the other ones. I know you can make this as thick. Actually, this one probably has 15 strips of material here. And this one, is you can see, is a little fuller. This one has 20. Thanks, Rebecca. So, run to Cracker Barrel. And they're not all in one place, y'all, because they had them in different little stations. Like if it was, say, the teapot, there were some other little things that looked like the teapot set mat. For the lobster, it was more like around like a little fishing type setup. So, and they had them in like little baskets like this, and you could search in there. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you all for hopping on. I appreciate it. I will see you on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are the highlight of my day. You really are. I love coming on here and talking to y'all. And remember, just to take a deep breath and breathe. Have a good night. Have a fantastic weekend. Love y'all. Have fun. Let's see if we can get them all today. Ooh. No thumbs today, I guess. All right, more hearts. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. Thanks. Don't forget to get the Cracker Barrel app, because when you purchase, you get points and then you'll get discounts. Like, I got like a $5 discount. Oh, that would be a good idea too, Linda. Have a good one, everybody.